Hi, yogis. Welcome to your practice. This is yin. A really great prop today will be a small blanket or towel folded. We're going to start off with this one. So if you could take it, doesn't need to be super wide, but we are going to roll it up. So there should be enough that it's just slightly wider than your hips, because we're going to lie down to start off with. And we're going to set this rolled little blanket or towel underneath the backs of our knees. So there's some softness and support there. Now, as you come down, just letting your feet flop out to the sides. And with that gentle support through the backs of the knees, lean into it. Enjoy the softness. And bring your hands to rest lightly on the belly. And simple closing of the eyes. And starting to breathe slowly through the nose. Slow and deep. Draw your awareness down to your feet. Down into your ankles. To your shins, to your calves. To your knees. Your thighs, the backs of your legs. The hips and the buttocks. The belly. Feel it rise and fall with each and every breath. Relaxing any squeezing in the buttocks. Noticing the lower back, middle back, shoulder blades, the upper back, the chest. Noticing the right arm, the right hand, the right fingers, the left arm, the left hand, the left fingers. The neck, the throat, the back of the head, sides of the head, top of the head, and the face. Keeping this full awareness of your body. Keeping this awareness of your whole body as one piece. So this is how we'll be journeying through our yin practice today. It will be a whole body experience. So preparing yourself slowly for this deep dive of awareness. Big deep breath in. And then deep breath out. One more. And as you exhale, One knee followed by the other, hugging it into your chest. Might be nice to gently rock side to side. So we'll be moving slowly today. No rushing, no forcing. I'd like you to make your way up into a seated position. Again, no rushing. Take your time. As we gently make our way up to the top, we're going to be sitting toward the back edge of our mat, and that little rolled towel or blanket, take it, place it underneath your bottom so that you have a little bit of height in that space. Now, as you extend your legs long, feet will rest about hip distance apart. And I'd like you to gently breathe in, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. And just pausing there for a moment or two. Feeling that lift of the upper body up and feeling that heaviness through the lower body. On your next breath out, gently draw your belly in, hinging from your hips, reaching the arms forward, out and down. Okay, so this does not need to be your deepest forward fold. In fact, I'd recommend it not to be. So just making sure that you're not just rounding from your back. There's actually a bit of space in your back as you've hinged from the hips to lean into this one. You might rest your hands on your legs. You might rest your hands either side of your legs. If you had a yoga bolster or any props, you might drape them across your legs, creating a little bit of a mountain or castle to rest your forehead down on if that helps. But this posture also works with no props, just sort of leaning and allowing yourself to melt in. So a lot of this forward fold is working through the back body. So you might notice that stretch through the backs of your legs, maybe in the back of the hips. Maybe it's through your spine. Notice those kind of sticky spots. Notice where it feels quite tight or tense. And then as you feel yourself leaning in, there's perhaps a softness occurring. Your body starting to yield. You'll notice the body start to open in time. Be okay with that. That's that shifting nature of the practice. And the more relaxed we start to find ourselves in these postures, the more we find the body giving way. And it doesn't always happen immediately. We'll be taking another 5 breaths. Slow and steady breaths. And the next breath in. Gently easing yourself up and out of the posture. Let's take the hands back behind us. Just taking a little lean back so that you can open and lift the chest. Just reversing where we've just been. And then taking your time. I'll get you to bend your knees, feet to the floor. And then gently just swinging to one side. We are going to come into a little bit of a kneeling position. Okay, so that folded or rolled blanket, grab it again. Now, if the roll has come undone or the fold has come undone, just gently readjust it. We're going to grab it and we're going to set it to the backs of our knees. So right into that crease. Okay, now, gently aim to sit back like you were going to sit on your heels. And now you've got this soft prop there, meaning that your knees won't compress quite as much. Okay, gently roll your shoulders back, keeping your chest nice and upright, open. Letting your hands rest easy on your thighs. A little tuck of your chin in. And what I mean by that is like maybe a centimeter, maybe a centimeter and a half at most, just so that your head isn't kind of jutting forward. You're going to keep that space through the back of the neck. And let's relax the forehead, the brow, and the eyes. Take another breath in. And then breathe out. As you inhale, nice and gently, lean forward just a touch so that you can tuck your toes under and sit back toward your heels. Again, we still have that folded or rolled blanket in the backs of the knees. So working into a little bit of a toes pose here, but a little gentler on the knees today. So a lot of what we'll be doing today will be opening up the back body. So here we are opening up through the soles of the feet. I know that this one can be a lot. So aim to stay with the breathing. If it becomes far too much, lift your bottom up. Come up to a moment of high kneeling, and when you're ready, please come back. Sit into it. Get into that big release through the soles of the feet. I know it's not everyone's favorite posture, but it's really beneficial. We so rarely stretch this space. And so this becomes a really great posture for overall well-being of the feet, but also connecting right in through the back line of the body. We've got another 2 breaths. Last one. As you exhale, gently rise up, untuck your toes, take your time, sit back down. Tops of the feet flat to the floor, back in kneeling. Now, if your knees are feeling quite good, you feel like you'd like to experiment without the rolled or folded blanket at the backs of your knees, go for it. And we sit down Japanese style. So again, we're going to keep the chest open. So let's realign. Lift the shoulders, roll them back, and relax them down. A little hug of your shoulder blades in toward your spine. And again, face is soft and relaxed. And we breathe in. And then we breathe out. We inhale. And we exhale. 2 more. Again, breathing in. And then nice big long breath out. Gently leaning forward. Removing that blanket if you were using it. Hands to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Don't worry, it's not what you think. We're going to lift the knees, coming up into a bit of a downward dog. So you might actually keep your knees slightly bent for this down dog if you like. We'll be here for about 10 breaths. So try and find some solid grounding. Each foot holding 25% of your weight, each hand holding 25. So making it as firm and balanced as possible. Take another breath. Breathe out. Last one. Exhale nice and gently. Both knees, bring them down to the floor. Take your time. We're going to grab that blanket again. We're going to sit on it. And I'd like you to stretch your legs out long. One more time. So slightly different this time. As you reach your legs out long, move your feet out to about mat width. We're going to begin by bending your right knee. Dropping your right knee out to the right, sole of your right foot right up against your inner left thigh. So we're coming into a seated tree pose. So right knee bent, dropping out to the right, a bit like a half butterfly. Okay, bring your hands down, framing that left leg, turning your chest to align with the middle of the left leg. Let's take a nice big breath in, sitting up tall. And then as you breathe out, bit of a creepy crawl of the hands out along the leg, leaning into this one. Now, again, you might create that little mountain of props if you have them to rest over your leg and rest your forehead perhaps down onto. It also works on your hands. It also works on your elbows if you have the space to bring those to the floor. But just finding somewhat of a stretch, but a stretch that you can pause in, a stretch that you can find some release in. So I want you to soften that jaw. And let the eyes relax. Maybe they close. Remembering that we aim to be in these postures for a couple of moments, minutes at a time. If more space opens, lean into it if you like. Noticing how the body communicates back with you. There'll be feedback every step of the way. On your next breath in, walk your hands back in and up. Slowly lifting your chest, your heart. And again, let's just gently walk the hands back. Keep the legs as they are. Open the chest, lift the heart. Maybe a little tilt of your head back. And then slowly walking the hands back in. Please bring both feet to the earth. Knees point up toward the ceiling. And just give your knees a little swing from side to side. So soft swing, a little bit like windscreen wipers. Just helping you to reset in preparation for your second side. And once you're ready, make your way back to the center. Moving those legs out long one more time. Feet moving out toward the edges of your mat. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Dropping your left knee out to the left. Left foot up against your inner right leg. Hands either side of your right leg. I like to be on my fingertips, makes my arms feel a little bit longer. Lift up through the crown, breathe in. And as you breathe out, go ahead and walk the hands out, leaning your chest down, out, and into our seated tree. Okay. So I want you to remember that where you just left off on that first side, we'd been there for a period of time. So don't expect this side to feel exactly the same straight away. Remember, it's a whole body experience. So rather than only focusing on this right leg, notice the left-hand side of the body. Notice the arms, the shoulders. Could they grow softer too? Where is the breath moving to? Where is the breath not quite moving to? Drawing your mind back here into the body. Deepen the breathing. I'd like you to finish the breath that you're on and take 2 more. And your next breath in. Walk the hands in and up. Again, we're going to keep the legs as they are. Bring the hands back. Open the heart, lift the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. And then exhale. Hands come in. Bringing your feet to the floor. And again, giving those knees that gentle swing. As fast or as slow as you wish, you choose. Maybe pausing And then I'm going to get you to make your way down onto your back. Just shifting that little blanket or towel off for the moment. As you gently roll down, knees to chest. And then stretch your left leg out long. Take hold of the right knee, give it a nice big squeeze. And then use your left hand. Slide the right knee across the body to the left and reach the right arm out to the right. Spinal twist. Maybe turning the head to look out along the right arm. Breathing. Try and keep the back of your right shoulder down. Take another breath in. And breathe all the way out. Inhale, come back to the center. Drawing your right knee in, giving it a bit of a squeeze. And then sending your right leg long. Inhale, left knee to chest. And on your next breath out, right hand, slide your left knee across the body, over to the right, and then moving your left arm out to the left. Feeling the lower back, middle back, back of that left shoulder. Drawing awareness back to the body, back to the breath. Finishing the breath in and taking 2. Coming back to the center. Drawing both knees in. Locating that blanket or towel. Shifting it to the back of the skull. Hug the knees in one last time. As you breathe in, feel the chest, belly expand. And on this exhale, gently release everything out. Legs out long. Arms down, palms facing up. Your final rest. enjoying this, finding peace here, finding calm. Have a beautiful end to your practice. Namaste.